Can you tell us about your spiritual awakening experience?
Spiritual awakening. I would say the pivotal moment when it's like things went completely out of track. When my life, a big change came to my life. It happened when I started to write book. Because prior to that, it was all about learning, about research, trying to understand. Uh, I wanted to know what happened to us once we cross over, because I knew there must be something else. Can't just be perished and disappeared by dying. But I couldn't find any information. I read Bartot Todol, Book of Death, written by Hindu monk. Closest I could come. It was I read Egyptian's Book of Death. Still wasn't convinced. And then many books written by current spiritual writers about life after. I still wasn't convinced. I knew it's something more to it, but I couldn't put my finger to it. And when I exhausted all my means of finding something new, I started to write, and I wrote these 3 books, which in details they gave me information about what really happened to us once we cross over, and this was my biggest awakening moment.
So would you say your spiritual awakening actually happened quite late in your life?
Yeah, basically in my 50s. Before that, it was all research, reading, but still not being convinced. Not convinced, but not finding answers to my questions. What happens once we cross over? In details, like it's even almost scientific part of it. I would say the physics. How does reality structured? It's not in a book. I couldn't. I tried not to make it boring. Even when it was coming, I wasn't writing down. Because when I was usually with midwork, when I ask questions and then I receive answers, and sometimes they come very technical, which like on a quantum level, I could see how that reality is structured. How can you manipulate reality with the power of your mind? And your reality is just basically your extension. And your mood swings can affect your entire reality, the world you live in. Yeah, it's not in a book, but it's knowledge. I keep downloading more and more, and the more questions I raise, the more answers I receive.
Why do you think this information came to you?
Yeah, this is a good question, and for the long time I couldn't find answers to that question. My wife always said, I mean, why you? Couldn't they find someone who could actually write in English, who can speak properly? Why you? And once she was in a hairdressing salon and she raised some question, asked somebody there in one of the clients of the salon, and the lady gave quite a good answer. She said, if this was given to someone who could actually write in English and with the ability to write, people would have not believed it. They would have said your fantasy. But something written by someone who never wrote anything in his life, and English being my third language, until now I can't write in English. It creates kind of validation. So it's not coming out of me. It's given to me.
So your spiritual awakening went hand in hand with the time that the book channeling started coming through to you.
This is where I realized it was like basically close encounter with the spiritual world. I felt their presence. I hear their voices. And each of them was trying to give their story with what they went through from their perspective. And the mood swings I had, the even accents of the people who were stepping into, while I was writing the book, could feel their presence, that I could hear their accent, the English. From the beginning, when I started to write, I thought, no, I have to write in my vernacular language. I tried, it didn't work. It specifically was coming in English.